Hello and welcome to another exciting Blender tutorial. We're going to continue our dump run animation series. Let's get started. So welcome once again. Here we are in dump run. Now, if you're not familiar with this series, this is a really good intro to animation. If you're not familiar with animation, you want to learn how to animate in Blender, this is a great series to watch. I'm just working through in a live context, step-by-step, animating and putting together this short film. So we are going to pick up where we left off last time. So we've got this awesome action here where our main character is jumping from arm to arm, and we're going to do this bit here, a bit of performance between these two arms as this one tries to grab him, and then he's going to jump onto this one and then leap off for his final escape. Let's go ahead and save this as a new version actually. So save as, dump run. This is number 11. All right. Now let's see. I want to do some performance on this arm. So let's go into pose mode. He's going to notice this guy. And right now, he's just going to go straight in. Right? Which isn't what I want. And I'm not sure why he pulls. What was the idea there? Why is that guy doing that? Don't know. So we're going to go up, and then let's see. So we're going to go up, and I want him to hesitate a little bit. So take this controller. Let's just have a look at what the curves look like. Action bake. Robo hand target. That's what we want. So immediately start to go in. Instead, what I want to do is I want to go back in. I want to duplicate. So Shift D and X to lock them on the X. I want to kind of sit still, but even more than that, I want him to kind of go back on himself in the opposite direction to which he's about to lunge. So a little bit of a, and then like that, right? And then this too. Really bring these forward and scale it right down. Cheek, like that. So he just does a massive pincer clamp. There's a little bump there. Let's see. I'm holding down middle mouse button and control on my keyboard to get that zoom view. Right, I might delete those keys. That'll make it. Be funny if they got tangled. All right. Let's do that. Let's have him kind of grab the other guy. But to do that, let's see. I need to affect the way his clamp lands. So I like this moment here. Let's see. It looks all right there. So let's IW on this guy. Did I get that right? IW. Yep. And then we go forward. Oops. Don't want to be in the camera yet. Go forward 1, 2 to this landing point. 3 right here. And then let's adjust these a little bit so that it actually looks like he's kind of grabbed hold of different parts of this thing. Trying to keep them, relatively close to where they were so that it works. There we go. does create some weird motion, though, doesn't it? Also means we'll need to constrain this to that, which that's going to be kind of crazy. Probably don't want to go back as far. Keep them attached like that. I'm going to move this controller a little bit. And I'll speed up the motion back. So what we should do here, scale this down, scale this up. And a bit more. In fact, we could just move these keyframes back. Yeah, it should work. Now, which part do we need to constrain? I'll worry about that in a second. All right, so this is a bit better. It could be a bit faster, that lunge. I like the timing of the latter half, so I'll affect the front part of that. So what I can do is, let's see, I could grab all these, grab X, and bring them forward. Yeah, see, that's much snappier. See how it looks from another angle here. That's good. All right, now let's get out of here. Let's get this guy figured out. So he's going to come around, and at this point, he's going to see what's happening, and now he's going to do his jump. So he's going to I'll do his whole rig with I and W and bring him down. He's a bit wobbly. Definitely going to want to reorient his rig. Bring his sort of elbows around. A bit too far on that one, I think. His body straight. Go. There's. And he's going to jump. Now things have gotten a bit crazy. That's all right. We're going to reset him. I'm going to bring him over here by the end of this jump. Don't want him moving that soon. So grab the master controller, grab the location, and come back. Start on this frame. And we're going to do that same thing we did before in the last episode. So scale 0 on the X and Y. Notice I'm doing them one at a time. It's because it's set to pivot point bounding box center. So when I select one keyframe, the bounding box center is the center of that keyframe. So I click it, then S to scale, and then 0. It's going to scale it to 0 around the position of the keyframes. So the handles zip right on top of it. All right, now a little bit of a jump. I'm going to break this, so I'm going to go free. This way it doesn't affect the outgoing. This one I'll do as well, free. Grab this up a bit. Now, I don't want it to be that high, so I'm going to change my views so I can see this angle a bit better. Just going to do it a little bit. Now he's never landing, but that's all right. So we're going to put his body back. G, his feet. Alt G, G. Now I am going to want to fix him up because my rotations have gotten really messed up. Do that on this land, maybe. Why not? Now, because we're animating his body, we need to get that to work with the jump. So what we want to do here is set this handle type to free as well, and grab that up. And we should also put this kind of in the middle. And handle type free, grab that up. And we need to time it so it matches the timing of this. So let's go for the Z location. So this is the landing keyframe. Come to the body. Yep, good. That matches. Cool. The let's see, Z. All that matches Y and X. Yeah, cool. Rotations are a bit wild. Might need to do this a little differently. Let's fix this. So when he goes down, oh, let's let this be the last frame, or for this pose, and we'll do the whole animate the influence off, clear his scale back, clear his rig back to default, and do the jump. So let's IW right here, and then let's get rid of everything. We'll just reanimate that jump. Delete those. And I'll set the influence here to 1. And Shift S cursor to selected. That should put the cursor at his origin. Nope. Shift S cursor to selected. There we go. Okay. And let's go back to pose mode. So actually, object mode, let's set location rotation keyframes for the armature. Back. And okay, influence is 0. Great. Come here. And set this to 0. And then shift object mode, shift S, selection to cursor. That'll put the origin back and puts him over there. Let's not worry about that with the origin then. Let's come here and delete. I'll just undo. Easier than hunting. All right, so how do I want to do this? Let's go here then, and let's shift S, selection. Oh, so cursor to selected. And we'll just stay in pose mode. And what we'll do is we'll come here, shift S, selection to cursor. That'll put him back where we want him. So now A to select all, and then Alt R. I'm going to deselect the master controller, and then Alt G, and that's good. Now I can just get that pose right. So, rotate him, grab X. Be the first jump pose. Also, just effect. Let's just correct this pose up. Let's get his look in a similar spot. I want to make sure he's looking where he's going. Cool. Lift him up a little bit. Cool. All right, now let's do that again. I want him to be right here. Legs to be top. For his center of weight. There we go. Center of gravity, I mean. His eyes down. Good. Nice. IW. And let's find the middle point. And actually, let's just go into the curves. Instead of setting another keyframe, let's just go for the Z location. Let's have a look at the X and the Y as well. There's the Y. There it is. Okay, let's linearize these. Scale 0. Scale 0. X. Scale 0. Scale 0. And then the Z we can take. And we're going to free these. Need him to jump a little bit higher. Does he actually miss it? Does he dodge it? So that's kind of cool. Nice. Yeah, he actually dodged it. Yeah, cool. Looks like it could grab him. A little bit of a weird pivot on this guy, which I probably don't want. I want him to kind of come in straight. Let's fix that. Grab him. Back to pose mode. Let's have a look at it from above. Yeah, he comes in and grabs. And then this kind of swings off to the side. Let's have a look at the curves for that for Robo Hand. Don't want it to be as far on the X, I think. So I might just grab this up. So to match. A bit straighter. And then his, where's the, is that the right one? Yeah. So this one, I also need to bring over a little bit, I think, on the Z, it looks like. Nope. It's just Y. It's to come over a little bit. Still feels like he comes over too far. Delete that keyframe. It's a bit weird though, isn't it? Bit of an awkward angle. Yeah, but it works. All right, how's that look for him? Yeah, cool. All right, so let's go back over to our hero and let's get him posed correctly. So when he lands right here, let's get that position a bit better. Just bring him over and down. Now let's see, does he dodge still? Yeah, it looks like it. Nice. Narrow miss. Bring his foot up just a little bit here. Actually, it'd be even cooler is he was bringing his foot forward, like preparing to land, you know? He's reaching for it. That. Find this actual bone. So the foot, here's a the foot control R. You can bring the final keyframe forward, right? Oh, no, it's not going to work. I might just custom do this by hand. Yeah, that's good. So he's reaching forward now, which makes it feel a little bit better. I mean, it's quick, probably a little too quick. Let's slow it down a little bit. Is everything too quick? All of it might be a little too quick. Yeah, let's grab all of it. Grab everything that's right here. With a little bit of a scale. We might want to offset those so it's like he lunges before or after the guy jumps, but we can decide that later when we start lensing it with our cameras. Anyways. All right, cool. So what we're going to do now is constrain him to this one. So one more time. So which one is this? This is armature 01, which I believe we already have a constraint for. Armature 01, here it is. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and hit I to set a location rotation and go into pose mode and whole character just to be safe. And then we can set the influence to get a key for this influence. And then we'll go forward 1 frame, set the influence to 1. And let's see, what do we want to, I think we'll do Shift S, cursor to selected. And then we'll go forward and then Shift S, selection to cursor. And he's broken. Look at that. It's like scaled as well. That's weird. All right, maybe what we'll do is create a new constraint. No idea what's going on there. Okay, what's this one called? Second robot arm. Second robot arm. Let's get rid of that influence to 1. Let's just close this down, and we'll pop it here. We zeroed everything out. Yeah, cool. So I'm just gonna save real quick too. And we can come here. We're going to add a constraint. Let's see, child of, and we'll select armature 01. And we want to go to the same thing. It's going to be the robo hand. Oh, I know why. That's because we attached it to the finger target, and that's been scaled. That makes sense. Okay, influence is 0. We say I, go forward 1, influence is 1. And set inverse, and that should put us in the wrong spot. But that's all right. We can go into pose mode, Shift S, selection to cursor, puts him there. And perfect. Now we are riding on this guy. Okay, so what we want to do for this final bit is maybe they pull and he breaks free. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have this guy. So he pulls. Wrong guy. This guy. Let's grab this one, like bring it forward a little bit. So it's like he's pulling, and then I and W. Scale this back up. Just Alt S. And then I'm actually going to box select all these guys, and except for that one. And then Alt G. We'll put them back to where they normally go. And let's see. Can I go medium point? Yeah, medium point will let me scale them up like this. I don't necessarily want to do that. I can scale them up. Oh yeah, let's do that. Scale up. So he's going to release and lie back in the direction he was pulling. Where's our look controller? Bring this up and then bring these kind of up like that. That doesn't quite work, actually. Go up. Needs to be more of a straight kind of. Here, we can go up like that, like this. All right, let's take that, and we want it to kind of fling up sooner. So I want him to start kind of like tipping up here, and he also needs to continue to have some motion. Right now he just stops hard. So we can grab this controller, right? And we come to, let's see, I don't know what I want to do with this. Let's see. I'll just hand animate it. I'll come forward a bit. This back. Now he tips. That. Now let's think about. He goes back. What if he goes further? Like he actually whips his whole head like this, and then these guys go. That can work. And then they go back a little bit. It's too slow, but box like these guys, scale them right down, and space them out a bit evenly. Okay, now we need to accentuate this stretching. So as he pulls right here, actually want him to go back even more like that, and this to be forward like that. So it's actually even further back. Yeah, I think that'll work. Work for now, at least. We can refine it. It's, again, what we've been doing with all this, just as a review, this, we're still in the blocking phase or the rough layout phase, right? Where we're working on the rough layout of all of our cameras. And so we don't need detailed animation. But this section is so action heavy that it's really good to go ahead and flesh out the animation in detail so we can get the cameras right. And that's really what we're doing. But we always bear in mind, we'll need to refine all this again once we've got our cameras in place. So now let's get him to fly off, and then we'll wrap it up for today. So I'm going to leave pose mode, and I want him to kind of fly right pretty much from here, I think. So maybe I'll make this the last frame of the constraint. Also want to make sure during this like swing bit, let's come here, we'll go IW. We need to kind of give him some whiplash. So pull him back a bit like this. And get this up. forward maybe like this. All right. So this is that last frame. So I, W. And let's set a keyframe here for the influence. And let's leave pose object mode. And let's hit I and location rotation just for safety. And then pose mode, let's Shift S, cursor to selected, come to the next frame, set this influence to 0, Shift S, selection to cursor, and then let's select all the bones except for that one, and hit Alt G, Alt R, just to clear it all out. And perfect. Let's bring him up to here, and let's get a nice, powerful leap pose. Sorry if he's a little chaotic on this one, because it's pretty crazy throw he's experiencing. Also need to make sure he's in the correct sort of tangent of motion. So bam, bam, bam. So he's going to get flung off that way. It's a little off, but we'll see how it looks when we frame it. He needs to head this way, right? So it doesn't matter too much, but let's make sure we've got it. All right, let's take him and fling him out of frame. This is what will be happening. So let's head into the graph editor and let's go to our master, grab the location keyframes, and let's get these guys sorted. We're going to grab, let's go individual centers. We can just grab all of them like this and like this scale. Actually, that should work, right? Yeah, scale 0 works. Back to bounding box center. This one, we actually might want to have a similar linear look to this too, because he's getting flung. Yeah. Let's just set these guys individual centers, scale 0. Back to bounding box. He's just going to get flung off, and a bit quicker. The idea is we can frame him up here. So just exits frame. Cool. And then let's maybe just slow down the tail end of this bit of animation so I can grab this out and grab this out. So it's like, cool. Again, we will refine this more. And the idea is we're skipping these two and we're just going to cut straight to him kind of flying up into the door. So that will be the end of our sequence. Awesome. All right, well, we're in a really good spot. Let's just preview what we've got, what we've done. So let's just go back through all this stuff. And so we started all the way over here. And let's preview, let's hit P for preview range. And let's have a look at how it's all turned out. So our guy jumps up, gets whipped up, jumps onto the other one. That one grabs, pulls, and launches him. I'd say that's a fun little beat of action. Now, the plan going forward is to expand these moments. So we're going to get cameras in and figure out how we want to shoot it. We might want to double up on some of the action. We might want to extend certain moments so they last longer. We might want to have some cutaways where maybe we emphasize the robot arm, like getting ready to attack, things like that. So that will change the pacing of all these keyframes. But this is the basis now for us to construct this part of the sequence. So the next couple of episodes, what we're going to be going through is setting up the cameras for this section, and then our final camera for the sequence. And then we're going to circle back to the beginning and do our final animation pass on all of it. And of course, then we will finish off with getting the lighting to work. And then we're good. We can move on to the final scene. We will finish this short film. I can feel it. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you. If you'd like to hit that like button if you enjoyed it, I'd appreciate that as well. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you enjoyed the series. Ask me any questions you've got. I'll do my best to get back to you. And special thanks to everybody on the Patreon and who join on the YouTube channel here. Yeah, all of you really make a huge difference in helping make content like this available for everybody. And also thanks to everybody who has purchased the Dump Run course on Blender Market, which you can get every now and then on sale if you keep an eye out for the Blender Market sales. They happen pretty regularly, but everybody who's bought it there has helped this series as well. So thank you so much to all of you. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode. Until then, have a fantastic week. See ya.